We're going to São Paulo, Brazil to meet Geórgia.
Hi guys, my name is Geórgia. I am from Brazil. I live in São Paulo. I am 20 years old. I go to medicine school. I'm a med student, so I'm going to be a doctor in a few years if everything works out for me. I'm a very happy person. I am fulfilling my dreams up until now, which is I'm very grateful for everything I have achieved until now. I had difficult, rough times before, and now I feel like my life is on track. I'm going to the university I want. I'm doing the things I love, such as music. I create lots of music. I make electronic music, such as Synthwave or new wave, techno. That's what I love to do. I also play the bass. I dance. I love to dance contemporary dance. I love fashion. I feel like I've been creating lots of things with my creativity, especially in fashion, like the clothes I wear. What can I do with like a piece of tissue or something? I am here making this video because since the pandemic started, things got weird. I became a little lonely. I don't see my friends anymore. I don't go to school because of the pandemics and the situation we live in Brazil, especially. I see this opportunity as a way to talk about who I am and talk about my country and talk about what I think it's happening here, what I think it's happening to society. I saw this opportunity of Citizens of Soul as a conversation. When I was younger, I had self-esteem issues. I had bulimia. I still have bulimia. I struggle with it. I became anorexic for some time. My mom, she didn't know what to do, but she had some ideas that helped me very much. And one of them was she printed in a paper, and in a very cute paper. She even plastified it with glitter. She made it very cute and nice, in a certain way, very powerful. She wrote many affirmations such as, I am beautiful, I am who I am, I was born this way, I love myself, I'm going to have a brilliant day, I am going to be happy, I am going to find myself in every single thing I do. That's one of the affirmations I like most. And she put it on the mirror, on the side of my mirror in my bathroom. And she told me to read it out loud every day to myself in the mirror, looking at me in the eyes. And when she made this, she told me to do that. I think I was 13, and now I'm 20. So, and I do that every single day. And it's been 7 years, 8 years, something like that. I'm going to turn 21 in February, so yeah, 8 years. And I think it helped me. It makes me glow. Of course, it's not like a magical solution, but it's helpful. A song that has a very emotional response to me is Self-Control, the 80s song, you know, that goes like, you take my self-control. I live among the creatures of the night. I like it. I don't know why. The lyrics are good, are okay. I like it. I like the lyrics. Very deep, very nice. I think what gets me is the melody, the music itself, how it goes, the intonation of the singer when she says that she lives among the creatures of the night. I like the power it gets me. I like how it sounds, the synths. I really love the synth pop stuff, new wave, 80s. I think it's amazing, and I love how it sounds, and this song represents it very well. I like the intonation. I like everything about this song. It gives me a strong feeling of being powerful. It makes me feel powerful. I love to dance to that song. I love to play it when I like to mix it when I'm making music. I really like it. It's beautiful. It makes me feel like myself. And I can't explain why. It just makes me feel like Geórgia, which is amazing. It's amazing to feel like myself. What's the best advice I've gotten? That's a very easy one. It's to be yourself, to be truthful to who you are. Always tell the truth. It's very important. There was a part of my life where I didn't accept me. I didn't think I was enough. I wasn't cool enough. I didn't have many qualities and stuff. I thought that about myself. So I started to lie about who I was, about what I wanted, about what I thought of things. I wanted to go with the flow, and that didn't help me at all. That made me realize that this sort of behavior was just making me less. When you are not truthful to who you really are, to your spirit, to your essence, you start to become less. Just that's the word, less. You're not more, you're less all the time. Because if you don't accept yourself, who is going to accept yourself? Even if this person who sees you, sees the lie that you are making up about yourself, accepts the lie and think that's nice, in deep down they don't accept you because they don't really know you. So that's the best advice I've gotten, and I didn't get it from anyone. I got it from life. I learned alone, and it's very important advice. Be always truthful. Always say the truth about who you are, about what you want, and most importantly, be truthful to yourself. Never lie to yourself. That's the worst lie ever. Yeah, that's the best advice. Never betray your true self. Never lie. Be always be yourself. Always. It's delicious to be yourself. It's amazing. It's a joy. It's freedom. It's everything. My cousin, he's a very nice guy. He always helps me. There was this day where I had a struggle with a relationship, and he called me. We talked for hours. And you know, when you are in a relationship and you feel like, I owe this person something, they owe me this, they owe me that, I need to do this, I need to do that, blah 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 blah, you know. I was in this type of situation. I was immature, and my cousin said, Geórgia, you know, we never own anything to anyone. There's only one thing we own other people, which is comprehension. That's the only thing we own each other. And that was like a snap. You know, it's simple, but it changed my life in a way that made everything. I was so sad about this relationship. I was so I was feeling so anxious, so nervous, so scared of the future. I knew this relationship wasn't going anywhere, but I couldn't accept it. But when my cousin said that, I don't know why, but life was like, yo bitch, wake up, like life was simpler because of this. Because it made me understand something. It's a simple phrase, has nothing special about it, but to me, it was a fucking good lesson. It was a very good lesson. And it was so little, but it meant so much to me. I started to understand relationships better. I started to expect nothing, and that was freedom to me. It was so nice because I started to give comprehension to other people in my life. And that was freedom. I didn't have to worry anymore so much. I could be kinder to people. I could understand people around me. Just of the fact that I knew that I need to give others comprehension. Understand people, understand their feelings. And make sure that they understand me. That was nice. People are too serious to be joked about. Human beings. And their differences. I heard a lot of jokes about Jewish people when I was in the 3rd grade. I think, 3rd grade. I was very young. They used to call me pizza because I was Jewish. The kids. I really don't want to explain what does that mean, but I think you can imagine. It's too, it was difficult to hear that as a child, and it's even more difficult to hear that from another child. So I think people are too serious to be joked about. Their color, their religion, their ethnicity, their everything about them. Never make a joke about someone. You can never joke about certain things. Like this. It marks people. It takes their self-esteem away. It makes them ashamed of their own people, their own group, their own community. That's how I felt when I was younger. All those jokes about being Jewish. And these kids are today, they're the same age as me, and some of them are still making those jokes, and they think it's fine. It's not. I'm Jewish, see? The star? I use it with a lot of pride. Being Jewish is more than believing. Being Jewish is more than the Torah. It's more than God. It's more than a synagogue. Being Jewish is more about belonging to a community. It's more about being something, being part of something bigger. It's knowing that the blood running in your veins is saying something about your past, about your origins, about having people dying for you to live today. Because if not then, who? Probably this generation or the next. Being Jewish is about being proud of of the day you were born. And also about being scared, being easily offended, and mostly being scared. We always in this feeling, we always have this feeling that something can happen to us anytime, because something is always happening to us when we don't expect it to. Like, history says a lot about that. But I love being Jewish. I believe I am, and it will perpetuate in my children and in their children. It's a long way to go. That's what I love about it. It's the lineage. It's being connected in a chain. And that's amazing. That's amazing. It's very nice to know where you're coming from. I know that it's a privilege, and I'm thankful for it. How was my room like when I was growing up? That's funny. My room was full of instruments, like not full, but I had like a guitar and a bass and some synthesizers and I had a lot of posters from ABBA. I'm not ashamed about that. I love ABBA. I had a lot of posters from Michael Jackson. I was crazy about Michael Jackson. And I had a big poster of him, like a real size post of his body. And every friend that would get in my room would be like, wow, terrified about it. Because it was scary to like open the door and you see Michael Jackson and it looked very real. My room was funny, but at the time I loved it. I felt so safe there. I felt so understood with those posters and these references from the culture. I lived the musical culture I have. It was so good and comfortable to have my room decorated like this, because these artists, these movements of music and pop culture, it was comfortable for me because I felt understood. I felt that they could sing and they could talk and they could play everything that I was feeling at my moments. So it was a nice room. It was funny, but it was me. It was about me and how I saw the world, which was pretty nice. How is the life of São Paulo? Well, it's loud, it's lousy, it's chaotic, it's a mix. That's what it is. São Paulo gives you this type of life where you can't not expect normality. Everything is going to surprise you in São Paulo. Every day you're going to see something different. And I love that, to be honest. The cool thing about São Paulo is that if you're looking for something, if you're looking for a certain type of community, you're gonna find it there. São Paulo is so diverse, so full of culture. We have people from all around the world there. It's amazing. It's crazy. About the food, my grandma, she's a very traveled woman. She knows a lot about cuisines and stuff, and she tells me that the best place to eat is definitely São Paulo because the food there is cheap and it has a lot of quality. If you go to a very fancy restaurant there, you're not gonna pay as much as you're gonna pay in cities like New York or Paris. You're gonna have even better quality, but you're gonna pay less. So São Paulo, and in São Paulo you find everything. Like, it's literally anything. You can find Italian food, French food, any type of food, because we have so much immigrants that came to Brazil earlier, like in the 1800s or 1900s, like Japanese immigrants, Italian immigrants. So these people who came here, they established their culture in São Paulo, most of them. And sorry, there's a motorcycle. They established their culture there, mostly with restaurants, and so that's why the food there is so diverse. You can find any type of food, and that's so exciting. Like if I want to eat Japanese, I can just I mean from my apartment where I live, I can find in a circle, in a radius I don't know, of like 500 meters, I can find a Japanese or Italian. There's a Japanese restaurant, Italian. There's also a Taiwanese restaurant, a bar, and a Peruvian restaurant, just in the ratio of 500 meters from my apartment, which is like crazy. Also pizza, yeah, just like in front of my building there is like a pizza place that my dad knows for like 20 years, and we go there as a family. It's a tradition, and that's amazing. São Paulo is full of traditions and new stuff and everything. I can't even talk about it because it's overwhelming. São Paulo, it's overwhelming. The feeling it gives me is overwhelming, everything about it, and I love it.
Thank you, Georgia, for having the courage to share your story with us. Take a moment to appreciate Georgia's unique and incredible journey. For the latest on Georgia, follow her on Instagram. See the link in the description. If you enjoyed meeting Georgia, like the video to let us know, and subscribe to meet more people from around the world. If you'd like to share your story with Citizens of Soul, apply at citizensofsoul.com.